Last time on Lawful Stupid, Breeze had grabbed the hand of Lucian and began to step into the next, presumably, car and says, "Man, your training ain't over yet." And you step through into a red car. You see hands of men bound and women in some cases that line the walls. These figures begin to get up. They lunge at you. They are jerked back violently to their seats. No time to talk. We gotta keep moving. Let's go. As you pass through, what you'll see is just like races of all kinds, like actively suffering, skin falling off, pulling out their own teeth, clawing out their own eyes.
Breeze, you have to explain what's going on.
What we've got here is a train that takes souls to the afterlife. We worked out a deal with a man who calls himself a conductor to let us hitch rides underground back to K&G. The train stops, and there is Director Housen, Misery, and Agent Sly, and also Dr. Ryan. So like the big three and Misery, and their K&G get up waiting for you. We're going to need you all to get up to the briefing room. We're running out of time. Those creatures that you ran into, they're called sleepers, and now they're waking up. They're not easy to combat, but you were the only ones to survive and to return and talk about it.
Cool. I cast suggestion on Dr. Ryan.
Oh my word!
And without saying anything, he says, "Come see me after." And after Dr. Ryan has spoken to you, William, and said this in your head, it's kind of like the meeting is wrapping up, and Director Housen looks at you all and says, "We'll be getting with you all a little later about expectations and kind of where we go from here. We're going to be revamping the direction of the K&G. Our timeline has moved up. Again, these are all details we'll be filling you and some other teams on as well. Make sure that you get with Agent Sly if there's any other further training you need. She may reach out to you for specific training. And also feel free to hang out here at K&G for a little while. Go fill out some missions, side stuff, but we'll be getting back to you about what kind of to do next." And he picks up papers. Agent Sly just kind of nods to you all, catching all of your eyes. Dr. Ryan picks up all of these scales.
She does not catch
table.
my eyes.
Yeah, whatever. Dr. Ryan picks up all of the scales, puts them in like this leather bag or flat bag, cloth bag. It's a bag. Puts it over his shoulder and then kind of timidly walks behind the other two out of this smaller room, and they leave the door open for you.
So they just leave us alone in this room?
Yeah, it's a very empty room. It's got a table and chairs.
But there's like no other big wigs left.
No, just you three.
I look at the other two. That was weird.
Super weird, right?
Yeah, just a bit. Miss B's gonna like pinch the bridge of her nose, just like, great, this is a lot.
Wait, who else is in here? I didn't recognize that.
Who the fuck was Dr. Enoch? Show yourself!
Show yourself!
Oh, hey guys, I'm sorry I just left the pencil in here, and he comes and grabs the pencil that was left on the table, and he heads out.
No, it wasn't Dr. I said Dr. Enoch. That's a different...
They're
That's
the same person. All doctors are nerds.
Oh, okay. I see. I'm fucked up. You're right. I apologize.
Yeah, good point. We've learned our lesson. You never expect the...
I'll tell you what, Lucian says aloud the words, "Pecan bit, do I win?"
You have been transported back to the...
So you're transferred to a place where it's like this island on the sea. It's like, but it's like a collaboration of ships, and it is just being bombarded right now.
Pecan bit.
And you're back in this room with the table in it.
Okay. Phew. That keeps happening to me.
Is this bad DMing when I do that? Is it okay that I do that? Because I just really find joy.
It's literally a crime. It's literally the police are on their way.
Over.
Yeah, we voted. It's a problem. Okay. Anyways, anybody else find it weird that they brought us in here, showed us some dragon scales, and then semi-threatened us about it?
I didn't like that particularly. I also feel like they were lying to us, or at least not telling us the whole truth. And also, does this feel yucky? Doesn't it feel yucky?
Yeah, not a big fan. And the nightmare train? Large pass.
Yeah. What was that about? Again, I mean, it's been a while, and I was just beginning to recover and heal from it. But yeah.
Well, they did explain that one. Well, we should look into
Was that in a welcome package that I didn't get?
No, they actually...
I don't remember that explanation.
I didn't get the welcome
explained
packet.
it to us.
She's going to take out a pen from her pocket and start working on the paperwork they just gave her.
Oh wait, they gave us paperwork?
They did.
Yeah, they did give us paperwork.
William had just tossed it aside, apparently. Just like, nah, I don't do any of my own paperwork. This is a group project. I don't... Yeah.
Lucian looks apologetically, pointing to his blindfold, like, I'd love to help, but...
Yeah, good. You know what's a good question? Sometimes your eyes work, sometimes they don't. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh, they always work.
So why do you cover them up with a blindfold?
Well, I gotta... In order to focus on the light that I can make inside of myself, I have to block out all of the other light so I can focus inward and do that. So it's kind of like I have to put this on to recharge.
Block out the distractions.
Yeah, it blocks out distractions. It really helps me. I'm always so basically. Anytime you think that I might be like goofing off or spacing out, I'm really actually just in a deep meditative stance, regaining my inner light so that I can do my cool things that I can do now. Definitely not just a space case. That would be ridiculous.
That's impressive. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, and here you are, controlling your inner light this whole time.
But you can walk and drink brandy at the same time.
A totally different set of skills, my dear.
I don't think there's anything that Will can not do while drinking brandy at the same time.
That's a fact.
He can.
What is that? No, Devin, go ahead. How does that go?
You're the DM. You
it doesn't
sing
go
your
well,
song.
and it doesn't end well.
He
starts off fun.
can fight with brandy. He can
Go
ahead.
That's pretty much it.
Go ahead, Jeff. I started now.
Tie his shoes with brandy.
They're all, every line's gonna rhyme. It ends with
That's
brandy.
it. We're done with.
Okay, well, I do, that Dr. Brian there. He said we should meet him in his laboratory to talk about...
It's Dr. Ryan, right? Ryan?
No, I apologize.
Like a rhinestone
All this talk of
cowboy?
brandy. Dr. Ryan said we should meet him in his office, or his laboratory, excuse me, to discuss these dragon scales. He said it was super weird that I reacted to the dragon scales.
Yeah, that did seem super weird. We should definitely handle that.
Yeah. And I definitely know where his laboratory is. So
yeah, we've been there before in the welcome packet. Because there was a map. We know where
the Marauders map we were given in the welcome packet.
Yeah.
My favorite line. We've been there in the welcome packet.
Hey! No, it was an odd pause, I'll grant you, but it's been there. We've been there before. In the welcome packet, pause. There is a map to the K&G. That's what I said. But I admit it was a strange pause. That's on me, and I have to live with it forever.
Forever. Yeah.
Well, Miss B is just going to get up from her seat and start going.
To the laboratory, or just silently walking away?
to the laboratory. That's where we're going.
Oh.
You guys just sit and dawdle. And then she'll, like, pause at the doorway and, like, put her hand on the door frame and, like, hold the bridge of her nose again. Just kind of like... Ugh.
William will follow her and say, I thought we all agreed that you're our leader, so it makes sense that we can't do anything without you, Miss P.
And Lucian comes up on the other side and puts a hand on her shoulder, casting Cure Wounds. Yeah, we'll do whatever you say. You're the boss. Of me, personally. Lucian.
Cure! I was like...
Because you have a headache.
You're the boss of me, personally, Lucian. Here, take Cure Wounds.
You have a headache. I cure wounds it away for you.
Yeah.
I can. Nothing says that stress can't cause wounds, and I can't cure them. I can cure stress. Rules is written.
Well, lead the way.
What's your call, Devin? How's...
No, that doesn't work. Listen, I would use cure wounds on my wife's headaches if she had those. That does not work.
I didn't know that you could cast spells, Devin.
He's a cleric.
You're kind of a cleric.
Yeah.
I've just never seen you do it.
Yeah, she'll like lean on him. It was like a moment of relief, and then she kind of like just drops to her knees, like holding her head in her hands. She's like, "No, that's a bad one. Is this what they call a migraine?"
I cast Cure Wounds again. I don't know what else to do. Why isn't this working?
Give me a second.
Did you drink too much? I didn't know that was a thing.
She'll like...
You didn't know that drinking too much was a thing, but you know that it causes headaches?
And be like, no, I don't...
Yeah.
I don't drink. And then she'll
Maybe
like...
that'll help.
Sigh, like, it passed. I'm good. Sorry.
I don't know. You should probably see a doctor. In fact, we're going to see one. Just tell him your head has a wild growth in it, and he'll check it out.
Miss B, I want you to be really careful. This feels like some kind of plot hook that you were contracted to deliver on behalf of some higher agency, and those can be really dangerous. So I want you to drink lots of water.
I've seen them kill people before.
Yeah, I'll drink lots of water.
I forgot about that.
Drink lots of water. Whatever you do, don't split the party. Whatever you do, stay next to one of us.
Always all together all the time, every room. Doesn't matter. It's going to be wonderful group bonding experience.
It's the only way to keep you safe.
That's a good point.
So we're there now, right? The laboratory, we're just there.
I don't want Lucian to have to cast burial on Miss B. That seems terrible.
Yeah, I'd rather
don't
not
worry,
die.
I have spare the dying into cantrip. So as long as I'm always touching you, you can never die for more than 6 seconds.
Now we know why you hold her hand all the time. You're just worried about her.
Constantly casting spare the dying.
Don't die. I can't take it if you die.
every 6 seconds, Miss B's heart like does a double beat.
Oh, Change! I know you got a sound effect for that. That's like awesome. Please.
What the hell? He just steals it from Doctor Who.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or we just
make your way. Oh, go ahead, Abel.
Oh, I was just gonna say we could just do the anime thing where they go ba-dum ba-dum.
We need some more.
The Death Note one too, right?
Yes.
In that one.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, Miss B. Did you want to be more dramatic for a second before we move on?
Yeah, just fall to the ground, hand back on her head, like I'm passed out. Fuck, gone.
Oh Lord, I got the vapors.
No, she'll get up and dust off her dress skirt thing and be ready to go.
Do you want to be more?
Yeah, no need to dust off here. This place is immaculately clean.
Get the wrinkles out. Whatever
yes, you
motion.
will need to do that.
Yeah, that, and she'll just continue on like nothing had happened. Like, nope, I'm fine. It's all good.
Record scratch, but something did.
But something did.
So you're going to carry on to the K&G. I don't know if there's anywhere else you want to visit before you head to the laboratory. We're going to call it that from now on. And if not, we'll arrive.
I'm gonna call it the laboratory. I refuse to be cajoled into your nonsense. This is a serious podcast.
No. If we split the party, Miss B is going to die. So I feel like the smart sense: go to the laboratory.
Thank you. Okay, so you arrive at the laboratory, and there are some windows that are peering into this room. It's very laboratory-esque, with lots of tables and beakers and glasses and some machinery off to one side that has a large amount of green liquid in it. It's like a cylinder shape. There is like against one wall, like a flat, almost like a bathtub, but in it is like a red liquid, and people seem to be dipping things into that, cleaning it, moving around. So there's a lot of people here. They're all wearing protective coats and goggles. Some have like the full suits on, like hoods, and they're dealing with like a forge in another spot. So just a lot of different things going on, being tested on here.
Do I see Dr. Ryan?
You don't see him in this first room, but you see that there is a doorway. As you walk in, if you were to keep walking straight and not go into the room, there's another doorway that leads on beyond this room.
I walk like I own the place to this place.
Yep.
Because I do.
Okay.
It's my house. My laboratory.
And as you walk through, you have to walk through like some of those like plastic flaps kind of thing. So it's not like a hard structure door. And you walk through, and it's much quieter in this space. Yes, and it's very clean. Everything is white here, and the doctors here all have on like lab coats that are also freshly cleaned and pressed, and they're working much more meticulously on different things in various areas of this room.
I pressed. Fuck me! I'm gonna get rid of that spell. I pressed Shane, save me! I can't say this word.
Prestidigitate.
Yeah, thank you. Jesus. I do that on all of our clothes to make sure we are spotless.
He also does this every day. When if he shows the Lord, he calls me and goes, "Shane, quick!"
Yeah, I'm like, Shane's like, "Oh, I fucking just woke up." Yeah, but it was important.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know. Yeah, it's also so you're clean. You're immediately clean. You seem much cleaner, more respectable as you walk into this room. And Dr. Ryan is looking at a large tank, and there is some kind of weird lizard rat mix of a creature that's kind of just running around the bottom of it. And he's kind of just studying it, arms behind his back as he peeks into it, pushes his glasses up, kind of nods approvingly for whatever reason, and then stands up and notices you all come in. I'm so glad you could make it.
Yeah, it's a busy schedule, but you know I'd fit you in.
Oh, okay. Follow me this way.
Sure.
And he walks through yet
into
another
this creepy dark room that says "Don't follow you." That seems weird.
He flips the sign over. It says "Death and Destruction," and he flips it and it says "Welcome."
No, that's much better. Thank you.
But you walk into what looks as obviously like an office space. And he has a large desk, and he walks behind it and sits down, and he has 3 files kind of on a desk in front of him. And he says, "Oh, please sit down." And 3 chairs are in front of this desk. No windows in this place.
I take the far left chair.
Take the middle.
I can't see them, so I sit wherever I'm sat.
I trip over everything in this room.
Miss B guides him to this chair. CNI elf, you know?
Yep. Everybody's got one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, did you get a cute vest for that? Is it like a neon vest? And like paperwork?
Did you get
it's
her
like
something,
black
Lucian?
and yellow stripes on a vest.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's actually it's a literal yellow jacket.
Oh, nice.
He says, I'm sure you have lots of questions, so I'll let you begin.
Good. So the dragon scale that I touched, and it went cuckoo nest. That didn't seem normal.
And he
pontificate on that?
Into his bag, and he pulls out the red one, and he hands it to you once more. He says, try this one more time.
He looks at the party, looks slowly, carefully, and then he snatches it.
As soon as you touch it, it begins to glow once again, kind of pulsing almost at this point. And it just kind of holds steady, whatever that intensity is of that thing.
Does it feel intense to me, or is it just glowing?
It doesn't feel intense to you, no.
Okay. I set it down. Does it glow?
Are you letting go of it?
Yeah, I set it on the table without.
No, it goes back to its sort of a more dormant and begins to glow again.
This is a pretty cool nightlight.
If you hold the nightlight, I suppose, and then he kind of reaches over to take it from you as like almost gesturing if he can. He doesn't want to be rude.
I think it should stay with me. It has chosen its rightful owner. I'm
sorry, I can't. And he'll attempt to just kind of take it from you.
I'll go back to him. I'm not gonna be a dick about it this time.
And
for now,
he sets it back down and he says, "I just don't know what this is. This is new to me." And he kind of opens up the folder in front of you and begins to write something.
William leans over. Can they see?
It's illegible. It is the worst chicken scratch. It looks like it's almost in a different language.
I wasn't sure if you were a doctor, but now I'm certain.
Oh, why is that?
Your penmanship.
Oh,
it matches the doctor's.
Oh, well,
they have their own script.
And he closes the folder.
In fact, most say it's illegible unless you're a doctor.
That's true. To our own language.
Thieves can't. Lucian is gonna gesture to William again by pointing to his head.
I give him the old German. Oh yes. Yeah. What can I do for you?
Are you gonna tell him about Eshi or not?
I'm gonna see what he says first. He's reading my file, making notes. I want to know what he knows first.
I think that he doesn't know because he says he doesn't get it. But I think that if you told him about Eshi, then he would get it.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. It's not that big of a secret. Some people already know.
That's fine.
Like that guy with a terrible name. Yeah, he knows.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. It's fine.
No.
Doctor, you have no idea why these scales are reacting. Have they never learned before?
Not in my recent lifetime.
Your recent lifetime, you've got multiple of those?
The thing is, it's very... when you woke up here and you weren't quite sure maybe how you got here?
I can give you some of those cookies. It gives you...
No, I've had those. Those are great. She does really good... But it's not like that. It's... I'm really old, but not because I've lived for so long. If you didn't know, I'm a KNG asset myself. I fall in the category of being a KNG asset. I was an effect of the blossoming when the dragon powers exploded and pushed everything to different places. Now I'm here.
Oh, Lucian's going to raise his hand up above his head.
Oh, yes. You don't have to raise your hand.
I do. So, when you say the blossoming, if you could just tell me what that is like, pretend I never heard it.
A lot of people, honestly, have never really heard of it. There's not a whole lot known except that there was a time when the world existed with dragons, magic, and things were going well, but then people started abusing it, and the gods didn't like it because the gods, were the dragons in that form on Nova Terra. And they began to experience the sickness that you were told about. People who use magic were getting sick, and then people tried to fix it.
Those became the sleepers.
Yes. And I know that I was on a team who tried to fix it, and that's the last thing I remember.
That's PB. That's pre-Blossom.
Pre-Blossom. And then I kind of wake up. This organization's been around for a really long time. I've been here for 300 years. I don't age. My body doesn't break down.
What race does he appear to be?
Yeah.
He appears to be a human.
And I don't...
You know what? Here's what I'll give you. He's got kind of like almost pointed ears, but not quite. And
as pointy as a human's ear gets.
you know,
Yeah.
a human's ears are pointy.
Yeah, sometimes a human's ears can get pretty pointy.
I would say that Dwayne will know, or William will know, that this individual is a Kalistar.
Oh, I see.
okay,
He
yeah,
doesn't have
cool.
distinctive hair or eyes? Like I've
No,
come to know?
no.
Oh, interesting. So he's like a Kalistar, but he's lacking some markings.
Yeah, so he's got. So remember, his hair is like black, pulled back in a ponytail that goes down about to his mid shoulders, and it's like a greasy black, like unkempt, and so that is kind of what he looks like.
Young Hojo.
Interesting. All right. Well, if you're not really sure about that, then I suppose I have some news for you. This pen. And he pulls out his pen.
That's a nice pen.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
You're
The
right.
end.
It's wonderful. I take off the cap and I start writing on his desk.
What?
That
No. What are
says-
you doing? Stop! This is
No,
rich
I
mahogany.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll clean it up later. And I'm like writing an intense mathematical formula that doesn't mean shit. And then I put the cap on it and then clean that up with magic. And then I say, Eshi, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but Eshi is linked to me and magical and basically a god. She's in this pen. That's probably why I can do this. That's
Open
why I
your
can light up the
folder.
dragon scale.
Could you tell me the name you think you one more time?
The person in this pen's name is Eshi.
And spell it, just to be sure.
IT.
Echo Sierra Hotel Echo.
Echo Sierra Hotel Eshi. You don't seem to mean the mortal.
Hey, Will, can you make
Eshi?
Eshi come out of the pen so he can stop talking?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Eshi, come on out here and show yourself to this doctor, if you don't mind. It's not weird, I promise.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Not really, but I mean, what's it going to do? He's a nerd. I say that out loud.
Lucian is nodding in agreement.
Nice to see
And
her.
Eshi begins to materialize, like sort of a red hue begins to stand next to the left of you. William, she's standing.
Just wondering, she was there the whole time, Doctor.
And she stands about
Red, huh?
5'11", and so she's sort of just like a red glowing, but you can tell the shape of her anyways, and he is breathless, speechless, in awe.
I'm gonna take that dragon scale now.
I think Eshi could touch the dragon.
As
so maybe that would be cool.
so the scale begins to flicker once more as Eshi is now apart from you, but it's not like going crazy.
Oh, and now Miss B has a headache. What about Doctor? Fix Miss B. She's a headache
Fine.
now.
I need like
It's a
Tylenol, it's
epilepsy.
fine.
It's probably your eyes. It's probably how it started.
I don't know what's going
too
on.
much
This is
glowing.
very strange to me.
No, yeah, I didn't. So,
William,
problem
give Miss
solved.
B
You
your
understand
sunglasses.
everything now? Oh yeah, sure. I hand it to Miss B. He like
B will wear
squints
sunglasses.
over.
So you're wearing the glasses now?
Yeah, I'm wearing just glasses.
The lights are
Dancing for
bothering her.
you.
She needs
They're red
sunglasses.
tinted. This would help.
No, it does. It does not. It does not help you, Miss B.
What help?
just close
Help
her
her
eyes and
light
hand it back.
sensitivity. Don't you even? I get it. She still has a headache, but now her headache is not nearly as bad with the light sensitivity.
The scale continues to flicker, just kind of
Fine, I'll put my glass back.
off and on. He says, where did this come from? How did she and
Oh,
you?
first of all, it's not of this. She has her own pronouns. You can say she.
How did
She's a spirit, mum.
spirit in you in the pin?
Well, it's very simple, Doctor. I would explain the magic to you, but it doesn't seem like you have the math for it. But to dumb it down, I picked up the pen.
I don't.
You want to try it? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. And he takes the pen Kind of just looks it over.
Told you didn't have the math for it. It's fine. Hand it back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
it seems that the spirit obviously is what is connected to this scale, which makes sense because Eshi is the servant of Hephaestus. Hephaestus was the red dragon. This obviously
that's
his
the
scale.
stuff that is in your walls, right?
No, that's asbestos. This is Hephaestus. Who's smart now? And so now we've got this scale. So we need to find.
Tough talk to me. Oh, fuck.
Dude, you got zinged. You got zinged and razzed, and you have to live with it. You got zinged and razzed. You're done, dude. You can never go home.
I'm sorry. Go on, Devin.
Brandy just tastes like water now. After that, razz.
Oh no!
Temperance.
Press the edge, you take it to taste like water every time.
Oh fuck! Again, no.
What we do know is we need to find the other scales, and I don't know if the boss has really gone the right way about that.
I'm pretty sure if I had that scale, I could find the other ones, like a magic trick, like a homing beacon, like
I don't
like
know
an
if
apple air tag
that's how
type
it
of
works. What you're looking for is an area wrought with magic, something in areas where you can see that the development or the vast output of this magic has really grown an area, or people are thriving. It's a good thing. It can be. So I have red, blue, green. I'm missing 3 scales.
Which ones are you missing? That's important for me to know.
All right, so you see on the table, obviously, that you have the red, blue, green, and he says that he is missing the black scale, the bronze scale, and the white scale.
We're just mixing in metallics in here, huh?
Onyx, bronze, and ivory. Oh, ivory is not a fucking metal.
Well, I assume
Sounds good.
that Miss B has that all written down.
In the
In the
packet.
paperwork.
And the paperwork.
And the paperwork we were given.
They're like in taking this paperwork. What are all these notes about dragon scales? Oh, can I just have that one back? And I'll fill it out.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay. So
I do
I'm
have
sorry,
a question. You mentioned that you found the other ones with great source of magic and most good things happening around. Is there any like certain effects that they had?
Things tend to thrive with the dragon scales, but things that maybe sometimes aren't meant for magic or are affected in a different way, I don't know quite else how to say. I'm not sure what you can expect, and you may have to do some digging to find them. But the fact that people can still use the type of magic, like healers, means that it exists.
I guess we'll have to go to the library.
Okay, so we've got to go to these places with magic. Lots of magic. And you don't have any real suggestions of where we should go?
I mean, probably the best place to start maybe Zalance. They've been thriving for a long time and no one's really challenged them.
Alright, one more time, can you just pronounce that for me like I've never heard of it?
Yeah, it's
Zalance.
Zalance.
Have I ever heard of that? Is there a role of some kind?
You would have heard of it. I mean, like, it's probably a city you've traveled to.
Can you give me like a one-sentence
politicking.
summary that I can make William sound really smart off of?
This town is a magnet for business. Quite literally, the entire town has some form of, like, even the walls are magnetic, and that's how they use controlling it.
I've been there often. Typically it's some trade or emissary job, the worst of the jobs, actually. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's an okay city. If you're into that kind of thing.
If you're into that kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Good for a great
Jinx.
mind think alike. So, nope, that's not how that works. I'll just take this scale with me, and we'll use it for a homing
No,
beacon.
I'm sorry.
like
We can't. I can't let you use that. Well, you didn't have it. He kind of just stuffs it away further into his bag on his side.
Is it still glowing? Because that's
Yes.
just you don't. That you don't want to put that in your chassis pocket. Maybe just like in a box.
When you
in
say
like,
chassis,
Yeah, I mean both.
Beep boop. Beep boopy.
You just may not want to put that in your pants pocket. That's
okay.
you save
it's gonna be in
yourself
this
a
bag.
urologist trip.
And he turns and puts it into like a safe type thing, and
No,
then
that's
closes
better.
that.
What's the combination of that safe?
69
Okay.
It's more than 2 numbers.
069.
69,
More than
69,
3.
69.
Yeah.
You guys, a lot of left and right.
Sorry,
Just to hit the same number.
Joey in the break room told me that joke, and I just that was the only
that's
time I
great.
could use it. No one ever asked me the combination
awesome.
of my safe. So
I'm not a big fan of Joey.
It's a weird thing to ask a guy.
he opens the middle folder and takes a couple notes.
Yeah,
Okay, so I guess this is our business, and now we just go. What was it? Downtime now, Devin? You tell me.
Yeah, so you guys can definitely
Probably
go.
leveled, right?
now that we've talked to some people, we leveled up.
No,
probably.
No, I mean we went on that whole adventure. We just did a whole adventure.
You actually lose a level.
We did the whole
well.
You didn't sleep
contest.
the
We
entire
climbed the
time.
mountain.
You didn't sleep.
Yeah,
we
I
fought,
mean, but
we
we
fought
got
the
second.
sleepers.
We got second
we
at
caught
one
the
thing.
nightmare train.
God, if only we would have. Well, the nightmare train was kind of.
That's a crazy train.
That's crazy.
We fought giants and
Hey,
Roll-
Jens, I request that when we're on that train, you find some sweet alternate version of Crazy Train, or maybe just play with 4 seconds of it, so we're not like in trouble. And
I
follow on to it.
had the distinct fear that you guys would call it and know it as the Soul Train, but you didn't. And now that you didn't, the time has passed. It is over.
No, it's a Crazy Train.
It's the nightmare, train.
Yeah.
Yes, you can go into some downtime if you would like.
Well, Misery asked to talk to us after we were done too, but we went straight to the nerd.
Oh, you did.
Oh yeah, because we should go talk to
Yeah,
Misery.
we do
Good
gotta
point,
go, we gotta go
Miss
see Misery for sure. As
You're
a group.
always misbehaving, but today you're on point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She all
I
took
wanna
away
get
her
that
own
card again.
paperwork. And it's like, well,
Right.
if that's all, Dr. Ryan, then we'll be off.
I just remembered you might also try Mapelli. No one's been there in a long time that I know of. Even our agents haven't been there in quite a while. They don't like to be bothered, but we're noticing some surges and some strange activity there as well, like earthquakes, that kind of thing, and it's centered there. So maybe nothing, maybe worth your time in checking out.
Sure. Good point. And since
So
you've
just a
given
couple
us
plot points to
the
go
bronze
off
and
of.
white scale, presumably, you want to give us that black scales location?
I wish I could, and then I would just go myself, the warrior I am.
Are you a great warrior?
William Snickers.
Don't I look like it? And he points to like a sword
hey.
that's on the hanging up. It's way too big for him.
My passive insight's like 1,000,000. How am I feeling about that?
Yeah,
You ever had spaghetti?
Same.
His arms kind of look like that.
yeah, same.
Very beefy.
No,
That's how I
not
like
the
my
meaty part of spaghetti, the noodly part.
Oh, just so like one of those.
Yeah.
One noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. William exits.
Yeah, we gotta go see Misery.
Yeah.
One thing we love at Lawful Stupid, among the other things we love at Lawful Stupid, is spreading the word about your business. Or maybe you want to tell your sweet, sweet grandma that you love her for the world to hear. We want to give you that chance. If you're a business and want to get your services on the air, or just want to tell a loved one a personal message, head on over to lawfulstupid.org /message in a bottle. There you can take around 250 words to say what you want. Business ads are $20. Personal ads are $10. Tell the world what you have to hear with Lawful Stupid's Message in a Bottle.
You can find Misery in the bar, actually.
You sure can.
I normally do.
Preach it, brother. Preach it, brother.
At the bottom of the bottle, thanks.
But she's sitting at a table. There's some like light jazz playing on the stage tonight or today, whatever time it is.
I love light jazz.
And
Yeah.
the mood is very
Hit me that light
yeah,
jazz.
hit the light.
I bet it's really good right now, you guys.
Oh,
I bet
yeah.
it's so
I
good
feel
right
it.
now.
Yeah.
I bet this is music that like you could get busy to.
Yes.
This is
I
gonna
love
make
it.
a weird thing for.
It's funny because like out of the corner of Avon's screen, I can see Ginge, and I'm just talking to him in the future.
That's true.
And she has what you can tell is a cup of coffee. Still see the steam rising off the cup, and she's doing that two hand hold thing where it's very close, and she's just taking in the music, just enjoying it. The bar is not particularly full on this at this time.
Hi, Misery.
Oh, welcome back.
Thank
It's good
you.
to see you. Well, pulls his blindfold off. It's good to see you.
It is a delight to see you, my child. How have you been?
My eyes glow now.
They always did.
How you been? What have you been doing since we've been gone?
Oh, keeping the place running. it's the same old. Tracking your improvements, and you've been doing very well, all three of you.
Cool. Nice. Hell yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I feel like with that last thing we just did, yeah, we got like promoted. Yeah, we got promoted. Look at my Misery. Look, I got promoted.
As you should have. Oh, you're facing something we haven't seen in a long time.
Success.
Yeah, I fear for my life greatly.
Yeah, it does not seem like fun.
Yeah, they're very dangerous. I'm frightened constantly.
As he sounds with us.
Would you?
I haven't slept since I saw my first sleeper. I think that's why they call them that. They steal your sleep forever.
But anyway, you wanted to see us when we were done with the briefing?
Oh, yeah. So let me finish this cup of coffee. And she there's only about half left, and she finishes it down. She says, I'd like you to follow me, please.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
And she leads you up the elevator, outside of the school, on the grounds of the school, kind of where you're out in the gardens where Miss
Field
B
trip.
loves to go. Yep. And
Misery, can we have class outside today?
it's a beautiful. She brings you into the garden. Like there's that one entrance into the vast garden that you can go in and work where Miss B has been. And you see Dean come over as well. I don't know if you say anything to him. There's Dean.
Dean the Dean?
Dean?
Mr. Dean, she'll wave hello.
He's beekeeper Dean, and he's wearing a beekeeping suit. He always is. He's got the beekeeping suit on. He's like, "Oh hey, it's good to see you. What are you guys up to?" And Misery's voice changes, and she says, "Dean, no time now. We follow me." And so you guys follow a trail,
Also Dean?
and Dean does too.
Okay.
And
She got mom voice.
I don't know who Dean is.
you haven't met Dean.
The
He's
beekeeper.
part of this now.
Um,
I don't trust him. Who would want to keep a bee? They're meant to be free.
she never want to give him up, and she brings you.
Yeah, but that's how you prove your love to him, by letting him go.
That's true. If you have to love anything, you have to let it go.
If it comes back and stings you, well,
Then you
then,
know-
then joke's on it, because it'll
Yeah,
die.
it was meant to be. It was meant to be.
sad.
Meant to be.
You can't get around it. She walks you back to a series of over hedges and through flowers and past fields, and you're walking for about 5 minutes, and that's the extent of my descriptors you get. And she stops, and she looks around. There's no one around. And she says, "Have you been contacted?"
Yes.
By who?
I don't know. It wasn't wearing its own face.
I don't think we're talking about the same thing.
Never mind.
Yeah, we
I've been having weird dreams lately.
We did run into a fortune telling wall. That was interesting.
No, remember when Dr. Enoch, remember
that's
when
right. Yeah.
our friend Wink?
I already heard you say his name. It was Dr. Enoch.
Fuck.
The possessed guy.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Lucian, watch your language.
We're
around misery.
We're
around misery.
Misery somewhere.
She's like, Grandma, we don't.
You're right. I'm sorry. So his eyes glowed, and he gave us a prophetic message of doom. It was very scary.
What did he say?
Said not to trust the KNG. I've been living with it this whole time.
William gives Lucian a
weighing
look.
me down. It's been weighing me down. I said, don't trust the KNG. It said that we had to meet him in the tower. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I lied by omission.
Miss B is just gonna pat Lucian's back, but watch Misery,
I'm sorry, Misery.
and Mr.
He's not allowed to drink anymore, clearly.
Clearly.
I'm sober as a judge, and you know it.
Judges aren't very sober. Not around here.
I'm sober as a bird, then, motherfucker. I got different colorful euphemisms.
Have you seen them fly? Like, it's up and down. It's all over the place. Not very... Anyways.
And she looked you on. She
What
said,
is Misery's reaction?
She puts one hand out onto Lucian's shoulder, and she says, "Calm down, son. It's not that bad." She says, "So don't trust the KNG, huh?"
William starts
but it's weird
drinking
because you just patted me on the shoulder and told me. Sorry, did I interrupt you, Dwayne?
Nah, I just gonna start drinking while this awkward moment starts.
Got it. Well, see, the thing is that you told me that I shouldn't worry and that everything's going to be okay, but you're kind of the KNG, which is I'm not supposed to trust you when you say it.
I want you all to listen to me. And listen closely. Something is going on here. I've been in the KNG for some time now. But to watch them, to wait until whatever is supposed to happen happens. And I think it has something to do with you three. So we continue to watch, and we continue to wait. And she looks over at Dean, and Dean takes his hat off, and he says, "Yeah, we're just trying to figure out what's going on here. And so, Miss B, I appreciate your partnership and being here, and we're just going to make sure you guys are safe."
Is he a...
You should describe him, Devin, because the other boys haven't really met him.
Is he a stuttering, bashful beekeeper? Because if so, he's my new favorite Stardew Valley romance. And I feel a way about it.
Let's see. So he's a sun elf, so he's got like an orangey skin.
A sunny disposition.
And a sunny disposition. He's very delicate in nature, loves nature.
Sunny D.
And he also has,
D.
like, not at this time, but you will see, he has a set, like a pack of bees? What do you call a group of bees?
A swarm.
A hive.
Swarm of bees. That is his familiar. But at this time, he's just got, and sort of like a short white hair. And I'm sure I'm misdescribing him from last time, but that's what he looks like. And he's pretty handsome.
Tibbs.
We've established that Lucian is a 9. How are we feeling about this boy?
He's also a 9.
Why is every young man a 9? Why is your fantasy world full of sexy young men, Devin?
Because I'm just living vicariously.
Hell yeah. Finally.
I appreciated Mr. Dean for looking out for us.
What did Dr. Ryan
Wait.
talk to you about?
Dragons. Hey, can Lucian infer that because Miss B calls him Mr. Dean, that he might actually be older than Miss B?
I mean, you don't know. He looks very young.
I'm saying, well, can I infer that with my insight?
I don't. How do you infer if he doesn't have like wrinkles? He doesn't have like crow's feet.
No, I'm telling the way that Miss B is addressing him is an interpersonal connection, and based on that interpersonal connection, can I glean?
No, she is older than he is. Just for your knowledge, she's very respectful.
That much, but thank you for the secret treasure.
I thought Mr. Dean was older than her.
No,
See, now that's the
he's
thing.
just in a position of authority.
Now,
That's why you call him Mister.
He introduced himself as Mr. Dean.
that's also
That is a good
call
reason.
him that.
Yeah.
You should call people by the way they introduce themselves. World. Hey, so yes, we talked about dragons. There was a scale as she was there, as she made the scale.
Wait, say
glow.
that last part again.
As she made the
hold on.
scale
Did you not tell
Look,
anybody? William, did you tell no one?
First of all, we don't tell each other secrets, and second of all,
But you talk to her all the time in our presence. I thought this was just
yeah, no,
obvious.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. People just think I'm psychotic. Misery and Dean. Who the fuck are you? If you don't trust the K&G and you're watching everyone, hold on. He looks at William and Miss B. We don't trust the K&G. Sorry, yeah, he's fucking drunk. He looks at Miss B and Lucian and says, hold on. You don't trust the K&G. They say they're watching them, and you immediately start spilling my secrets? You guys are terrible spies.
You talk to her all the time. How's that a secret?
I was not recruited for my subtlety, sir.
Yeah, no, we got that. It's mostly your young boyish looks and your ability to talk about yourself in the third person.
I have other qualities of merit.
I put a mustache on you with minor illusion.
Listen, this is very weird for
now
me.
It's time for cool heads to prevail.
Going out of
Misery,
control.
who do you work for?
Who does number 2 work for?
I
don't-
asked a question.
It's a fair question, Misery.
Let me start by saying
I take your mustache.
we have to
Take it away.
put on a face for a while. It's too soon to let anyone know that we know. We have to be in the right spot. The dragon scales are a must. We need to find those first.
Absolutely not. I'm not double agenting with someone I don't know.
And Misery, to be just super fair with everybody involved, I know now, so it can't be a secret.
Yeah, it's facts.
The voice that you heard come through, Dr. Enoch.
Yeah. God.
The person I work for is the man. Or I should say, the Dragonborn
The man.
in the tower.
The men. Or shall I say the men?
Who's the man? You know?
I'm not working for the fucking man, dude. I'm out of here.
Okay.
Okay, so Misery. All right, it's over now. Come on, spill it. Tell me the whole thing. You know way too much now. Come on.
Usually you work for this man who possesses people. Go on.
He's a good person. We're trying to figure out how to get the bubble to go away.
What bubble?
Real estate's a bitch. It's going to pop. You can't do anything about it.
Where the sleepers live, the giant barrier that protects it. That thing is got to be removed.
Wait. What? Hold on. It
What?
protects it? And you want to remove the bubble that keeps these things inside?
No one can get in to stop the sleepers, but they're free to roam outside of the bubble. If they all wake up and they all wander out, the things you've faced will come at us in numbers we cannot handle.
Oh, I get it. So it's like a one-way exit when it should have been like a one-way entrance.
Yes.
I think we didn't. They made the bubble to protect themselves.
We don't
We didn't make the
know
bubble.
what made the bubble.
Okay, but the bubble is acting in their benefit, not ours.
Precisely.
I see. Okay. So
And we need the dragon scales. But again, you didn't really say who you worked for, just a man. You want to clarify that?
The Dragonborn in the tower.
What's his name?
He will tell you his
if you
name.
were to give him a name.
I would call him
Are we going to meet him soon?
The man.
Riz.
Okay. Yeah, alright. Player knowledge, character knowledge.
Why
welcome.
did he possess our friend Dr. Enoch instead of just telling you if he had a message?
I don't know.
You like worked for him and stuff. Did you not know that he contacted
I have not
us?
seen
Are you not in the
or
loop?
talked to him in 100 years.
Wow. So he considers you a real self-starter. Needs no guidance to accomplish simple tasks.
Yes.
Misery can be left unsupervised for 100 years.
Evaluations are always very good. She says,
Fucking hell.
if I leave, someone will notice. But you have free reign, obviously. Go to the tower if you get a chance. But sooner than later.
Where is this tower? We don't know where it is.
Yeah,
We keep getting told about it.
Was there a Marauders map that I don't have?
What did
Was it in a
Dr.
welcome
Enoch
packet that I
tell
didn't
you?
receive? He said go
He said meet him at the tower.
meet him at the tower.
Don't look back.
Don't look back. He said
Oh, is it one of those things where you just don't look
Oh
back
wait, no,
and
it
just
was
keep walking,
it was
you eventually
when you're
find it?
over the mountain, don't look back or something?
I don't think that was it.
At the end of the rainbow?
He's,
Yeah.
When the mountains blow in the breeze, then I shall return.
let's see who gets it. Who gets to remember it? Everyone roll a history check.
When the lights go down
I'll take 10.
in the city.
I remember taking 10.
That's 2. I rolled 2.
7.
So Shane got it with a 10. Is that what he said?
No,
He said
there
he
used to
would
be.
take.
I actually did roll a 10. That's funny. There used to be an old D&D mechanic, which was you could take 10 on a skill check, which meant that you weren't going to roll it. You were just going to take the number 10, the average or whatever, but it would just take a long time to do that. So you could like automatically not fail a check, but
it's going to
Takes
take
a-
twice or 3 times as long. Okay. So she says, follow me. And so you walk out back through the opening of this garden, and she kind of points you in a direction where the school's kind of off to the left, and there's just kind of where it leads out into the country because the city is, behind you now, behind the gardens, kind of out to where it faces out into the country. She turns you around to face her, and she says, and you remember this. Look back, but don't turn around.
look back, but don't turn around.
Yes.
That's what we were told. So look back, but don't turn around. So look at where we came from to get where we are, but don't actually go back there. Is that what that means?
What do
Who
you
knows?
do?
Anyway, I say that. I
I
say
walked
say-
to the door.
And you're
there's a door.
no.
I knew it.
You look over your shoulder kind of thing. That's what that would be like. Miss B things like what this doesn't make any sense.
Do you do that?
Yeah, look over your shoulder. Yeah.
You look over your shoulder and you see in the far, far distance is this extremely tall white tower reaching up into the clouds. And that's where we're in the episode.
What the fuck?
That's a cool thing, Devin.
When you say
If
it
this-
like that,
I'm saying if I'm suspicious because I don't know what's up. But if you're saying that there exists this magic tower that you can only find if you, one, already know about it, and two, look specifically over your shoulder, but without turning your whole body around, that's the only way you can find it. That's very cool, and I love it.
It's kind of like the Doctor Who peripheral vision aliens.
It's just like old fantasy fairy tale nonsense.
I love
it.
I'm actually a big fan.
Well,
it's very Ten Kingdoms. 10th Kingdom, rather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Big fan.
Hey, everybody.
Big fan.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it.
Sponsored by Big Fans.
Sponsored by the biggest of fans. You can find Big Fans at your local Big Fan store.
Fans.
But not only fans.
Well,
they don't have only fans at the Big Fan
we
store.
have are Big Fans.
Don't go to
I'm a Window fan.
www.lawfulstupidoNlyfans.com.
Wink.
Don't select
To be fair,
become
it
a patron.
would be onlyfans.lawfulstupid.org if we had one.
Bye-bye.
Weird that you know that. Weird flex.
There's somebody out
That's
there
how they
that's
find
going
the
to that website.
$69
I'm going to put a
tier.
URL that goes back
Bro,
to
I'm gonna
OnlyFans.
go register that domain. What are you talking about? I'm gonna go start my own. Using that, I just got all the free advertising that our episode of Lawful Stupid provides. Speaking of which, Devin, tell us about our competitive advertising rates.
Wait, what is it? Yeah, throw us some money. We'll talk about you good. We in.
He's a salesman. Hey, if you do want to support us, though, in a very likable and mundane way, you can go to store.lawfulstupid.org.
You're not
And
mundane.
you can get one of these fucking Lawful Stupid shirts. They're super, super, super comfy. I got the Nightmare Train logo on.
Nightmare
It's real
Train.
nice. Looks real good. Very comfy.
That spooky ass
So you
train.
get that. When's this releasing, Devin? You know, fuck it, I don't know. You either did have your opportunity or will have an opportunity to get Pride shirts and or stickers, so I hope that worked out. Otherwise, you missed it. I hope you got them. It turns out this is July, but if you got it, it was great.
There's always next June.
Next year. There's always next year.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all I got. Just want to buy her shit. It'd be great.
I was trying to remember my bet. I was like, what comes next? I was like, which one?
Patreon.
I guess if you want to talk to us, or I guess we're going to do Patreon because that's the one that was mentioned. You should
money.
support our show.
Yeah,
Want
it's
more
the money.
money?
We're broke.
Today is the
That's not money.
We're just talking about it all the time now. Just go to patreon.lawfulstupid.org and come support the show. You get cool shit at $1. You get to see all our stuff.
And we get your
and,
fucking
the
dollar,
secret-
idiot. Give it to me.
I want $1. I'll
give
take
Avon your
4
fucking
quarters.
dollar right now. It's a hold up. Give Avon your fucking dollar.
Listen, if all of our listeners would just give Avon one fucking
have a lot
dollar,
of
we'd
dollars.
never have to hear her ask about Patreon again.
Yeah, that's true. If everybody, I've seen the analytics. If everybody just gives us $1, we're set.
Facts.
Yeah, you'll see cool shit in our Discord as well as on the Patreon sometimes. And
You can give us your fucking dollars.
yeah,
Here's
I
your
want
fucking
100 pennies.
dollar.
Do it.
100 pennies
100
now.
pennies.
You give me 10
Yeah, you
dimes,
can-
motherfucker.
Yeah.
I want
20
100
goddamn
shiny
nickels.
pennies. They'll all be lucky.
Anyway, speaking
Your
of...
turn, Shainsaw.
Speaking of...
Hey, fucking give some of those dollars.
Hey, you got
to
too
a
many
charity.
Hey, speaking of you having too many fucking dollars out there, stop giving them to me all the goddamn time and instead give them to charity, you idiot.
Who we giving it to this week?
I've gotten so mean. Dots RPG. We're gonna give money to them. Duh.
I don't like this news.
Yeah, you give them 100 pennies.
What's that rule?
You dumb idiot. We're doing Dots RPG. They help people that are having trouble with the people that are their vision impaired. They give them all kinds. They give them source books. They give them dice that have braille on them. Some kinds of great shit, so that they can experience this awesome world that we love so much. And it's easy for them. They don't have to struggle. It's great. So, hey, do that. I just rolled a 12. So that means 12 of our dollars. Or how many pennies, Avon?
I'm pretty sure that's 1,200.
Exactly right.
Like, did I do the math right?
Wouldn't it be fucked up?
I play with numbers all the time and I don't know it.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if it was like an odd number? That's right. 13.
274
No way.
pennies.
That's right, Avon. 13. So I given 12 of our dollars to them. How many of your dollars did you do? What'd you roll? Tell me what you rolled.
And I'll finish off with a good news story. Again, I'm not.
Ginge, you're welcome. Devin just did say, and I'll finish, so just...
I'll finish. Fire truck, and the story here, without diving into it, is
We got him!
man who is able to talk backwards stuns strangers on the street. I don't know what he said, and we're not going to dive into it, but that's what you get. So that's a good news story.
Yeah, what they didn't explain is the man who was able to talk backwards was stunning people on the street by billy clubbing them in the back of the head.
It's no surprise he's upset, though, because what you don't know about that story is that, well, why is he on the street? Let's ask that question first. Times are rough for the backward speaking man ever since he lost his job. What was his job, ladies and gentlemen? What is he uniquely skilled for? The man who can talk backwards? That's right. He was employed exclusively by the unholy temple of Satan to put messages in records. And when we moved to cassettes, his livelihood was just destroyed. So he's been out there protesting for years. With his club, of course.
That you would go there. That's the first thing that came to mind. Was like,
is it really? Oh man! I'm so glad that we were able to connect in that way. I thought I was so clever for coming up with it, but
I don't like this new you.
What?
Hey, Bon, what's your part?
I love him.
Where I was mean? No,
That's
I moved
clever.
on. I'm fine. I'm happy and friendly again. Everybody's great. Hey, thank you so much, by the way, for if you actually do support the show. Thank you so much. Or if you, even more so, if you're willing to roll for humanity at your table each week, that means just a ton to me personally. So thank you so much for doing that. It really does mean a lot. And I
think you're
treasure each and
overcorrecting.
every one of you. Now let me recede back into my stage persona. You fucking idiot! Suck my Erica!
Wait a second. Why is
Gross. What if this man was just looking for shiny pennies on the ground and he just stunned people because that's what he felt like doing, so he would get the penny fucking first? Yep.
Ginge, she said penny fucking.
Finally.
we can shut down the pod now, boys?
We got it!
Got it in one.
Fucking ropes come down from the ceiling. We all repel. Avon's just left in stunned silence.
Because of the backwards man.
Joke's on me, I'm the one that was
backwards man
stunned
got
by the
you.
backwards man.
Everybody.
And he just walks in and he goes, yum, yum.
Which translates to, we love you.
Bye. Yum, yum, yes, you. Yum, yum.
Enough.
Just as many as gonna.
Remember, I was my cover.